Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to your September 2024 tarot card reading. So we are going to start with an oracle card here. So what is it that Sagittarius needs to know for the month of September? Come to the edge. So there is an element of kind of putting yourself on the line, taking a little bit of a risk, going out on the limb, that kind of thing. And there's a sense of vulnerability there. There's a sense of exposure, and that's not always the most comfortable thing, but I think that's what's going to be required for you to really open up the chapter that you're trying to open up. And it's going to be required for you to say goodbye to a lot of the things that are resurfacing. Now, blanket overview, okay, Virgo season, September in general, is a very tumultuous month. Okay, because we have Pluto re-entering Capricorn, that's the big one. We have Uranus retrograde, both of those happening on September 1st. We have eclipse season, first eclipse happening in Pisces on the 17th. We have Venus coming into Libra, which is definitely going to start that whole adjustment coming into balance process, which sometimes can feel a little quote unquote karmic, if you will. We also have Mercury coming through Virgo as well, which can have a really frenzied type of quality to it. So I do think September is going to feel a bit like a whirlwind and that there's just really a lot going on. So coming to the edge and really putting yourself out there, I think will feel natural for Sagittarius, but it is kind of opening up something brand new for you. And that can be a little bit scary, and it can make you feel a little bit more exposed than normal. So what else do we have here? We have retreat, rest, and be held. And you might need that place of safety as you're operating throughout the month, because this can be very intense. Coming to the edge, putting yourself out there like that can be, the words that are coming to my mind, it's like having a vulnerability hangover, right? It's like, it's so draining, and it's so like, there's a lot going on with your nervous system and, hormone releases and all that kind of stuff when you put yourself in those types of positions. So it might be a little bit draining. So if you have those places to retreat, the people, the places, the music that you love, the meditations, all those kinds of things that kind of bring you back to yourself, those are going to be really important to help you balance out these more intense energies. It's going to be important for you to kind of remind yourself to replenish. Okay, remind yourself to replenish, because I know Sagittarius can have that go, 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 go type of thing. And while that's great, and I think you can accomplish a lot with that, I do think you're going to need to refuel once in a while. And that means just kind of taking a day or two to rest, relax, take your mind off of your projects and then come back into it a couple days later. Okay? All right. So what else for Sagittarius with the tarot cards? We have Ace of Swords, the Hanged Man, kind of feel like that one, and the Seven of Wands. So the Hanged Man does feel like there's a period of suspension and a kind of a period where you're not going to have a lot of control, and you're kind of caught in some type of a current where the universe is sort of pulling you in some direction, and the more and more you try to grab on, the more and more control you try to have, the less and less control you realize you have. What I think is the smartest choice with the Ace of Swords is you just kind of release and let go. And this probably does require a bigger leap of faith. And that by taking a leap of faith, that is the way you fight for what you want. Fighting for what you want is not going to entail trying to control the circumstances. And that's where this come to the edge does feel very intense. It feels extreme, and it feels counterintuitive. It's like the edge isn't where you think you'd be the most safe, but in fact it is. So The way that this is coming to my mind, now this may apply to you exactly, or it might be kind of more metaphorical, but it's like, let's say there's a relationship and you really, really want this relationship to work. But instead of exerting effort into the relationship and trying to show up in harder type of ways, you actually kind of go the other direction, focus more on yourself, focus on that self-improvement, focus on your own goals, your own ambitions, kind of go the opposite direction. And that's probably going to be more the solution for you. Again, that's just an example. You can kind of maybe apply that concept in whatever area you're focused on in your life right now. But it just kind of feels like the more and more you try to make something look the way you want it to look, you're working against yourself right now. This, by the way, has a lot to do with the eclipse that's happening in Pisces on the 17th. And that eclipse is conjunct Neptune. And there's just kind of a lot of weirdness that's going to be coming through, and things are not going to be as clear as you think they are. So doing the counterintuitive things probably, it will feel uncomfortable, and yet that's actually going to be the way that you get the best results. Okay, because I look at this Seven of Wands, you're still fighting for what you want. You're just not fighting for what you want by going hard at it. Okay, you're not like exerting all the effort toward the problem so much as you are more just toward a solution, if you will. Okay. I'm feeling a very weird sense of peace with all of this in a time when you very easily could freak out. You very easily could not have peace. You very easily could be anxious and on edge, and yet somehow I'm seeing Sagittarius just being totally zen with everything. That's one beautiful thing about the Ace of Swords is you don't typically get riled up with the Ace of Swords because your mind, you kind of have that self-awareness. It's deeply rooted within that sense of truth and, of course, faith. I think faith is a big theme for us this month. It's rooted in faith and therefore trust. So when you have that trust, you are not fighting against yourself. Okay? Let's see what else comes out. Two of Coins. Six of Swords. 10 of Coins. Well, the thing with the Two of Coins is your priorities are significantly shifting. I do think you're going to be very busy. You're going to have a lot going on. There's going to be a lot of requirements, right? People are going to be demanding a lot of things from you. Especially with Virgo season, it's 10th house activity. It's kind of a public place for you. You are not going to really be able to hide. You're not going to be able to scurry away from your obligations. You're going to have to really show up. So I do think there are things that there are a lot of things you have going on, a lot of people depending on you, job stuff, work stuff, community stuff, family stuff. But the thing about the Two of Coins is you do have to be very discriminating in terms of what makes the cut, in terms of what gets prioritized. And there are likely going to be things that you are going to have to cut off. And again, that might also be somewhat counterintuitive as well. And you're going to have to set the boundaries too. Otherwise, you're going to get too much on your plate. There are going to be too many things going on. So you are going to have to make the cutoff somewhere, because with the Six of Swords in the middle, you actually do want to see progress. You actually do want to have this evolution occur. The evolution is happening in this strange suspended state, this strange coming to the edge, letting go of control, having faith type of place. It's not so much happening in the hard work and the effort, which, by the way, is a very unique message. That's not really a message that I'm going to be giving to everyone during Virgo season, because Virgo season is an earth season, and I'm usually a massive advocate for working really hard and taking big steps in earth seasons. But Sagittarius, it might be a little bit different for you. It's not found in the big steps. It's found more so in your state of being. Okay, so this is very law of attraction-y type of stuff. I suspect your daily routine, for the most part, will just stay the same. I don't know that you're making any really big changes to those things. We do have Uranus retrograde in that area of the chart in your 6th house in Taurus. So maybe there are a few things, but I think for the most part, your routine is going to be pretty sustainable. And you're going to see evolution nonetheless. To have the 10 of coins tells me that you are very well attuned to what that ultimate goal is. And I think that's one of the reasons why you're so willing to really let go and to have this faith, is because you are so firmly rooted in that 10 of coins. Now, the 10 of coins, the way I work with the 10 of coins is that you, the viewer, get to project your vision board, your dream manifestations all into the 10 of coins. This is your entire vision board all in one card. All right, so this is the attainment of all the goals, all the goals that you have for the month or for the year, whatever level you want to take it to. But that is where this is all headed. Okay, and you know that by letting go of control, allowing yourself to be in this suspended state, by taking the break that you need, and maybe, honestly, retreat, relax, be held. As much as I just kind of said, oh, maybe it's just like a day or two, maybe that's really the whole of September. Is that the whole of September is Sagittarius just kind of letting yourself be contained in this place without trying to push so hard towards stuff. And it's all for the sake of the highest manifestation of your 10 of coins. Again, it feels so backwards because it feels like, oh, well, if I want that 10 of coins, I really should be doing this, and this, and staying really busy. And normally that's what I would say for Virgo season, because that's the type of season that it is. But not you, not now, not with these cards. Okay, I struggle with giving you that message with these cards. And I just kind of see that Ace of Swords being this sense of surety that this is the right approach. I'm not seeing doubt. Now we'll see what the final cards have to say, because that may contradict me. But as of now, with these 6 cards, I'm not seeing doubt. So as you are releasing, as you are letting go, or kind of taking the opposite approach as to what you normally would do, still in your heart, you're like, well, I know this is the right approach. I know this is the best path. I know this is how to get me to where I want to be. But you do seem so attached to that 10 of coins, and not attached in a bad way. It's like you know that 10 of coins is you. You know that that's your life. You know that that's your inevitability. The 10 of coins, the attainment of the goals, that is the inevitability. And right now, you just need to let the blockages release themselves. I don't see Sagittarius doing a ton of inner work right now. I don't know that that's really what it's about. I don't know that this is about inner child healing or anything like that. I think it's more just detachment, honestly. Let's see what else comes out before I say anything else. Beautiful Ace of Coins, 2 of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so the 2 of Wands down here is really tied into the 10 of coins. Okay, the 2 of Wands is really where it begins. It's that initial vision and projection of what it is you want to create. The 10 of coins is the actualization of what it is you want to create. So the fact that these two things are coming out together tells me that you're absolutely on the right track. Okay, and the fact that the 2 of Wands is aligned with the Hanged Man tells me that this vision doesn't need This sounds so backwards to what's like common sense, but it really doesn't need anything from you right now. The vision doesn't need all your hard work. It doesn't need your blood, sweat, and tears. It doesn't need any of that. This is just the universe reorganizing itself, and you have to get out of the way, and you have to let the universe do that, and you have to let it take time. Okay? Because there's something that's trying to come in with this Ace of Coins. Now, the Ace of Coins is likely an indication. It's not a whole big thing. It's just one of these 10. But it's an indication that one, you're doing it properly, and two, that you are on the right track, and three, that you are going to actually actualize this stuff. Because the coins is my favorite ace, by the way, because it is something real. It's the actual money in the bank account. It's the actual job offer. It's the actual romantic partnership forming. It is the actual, the reality, the paperwork, all the stuff that's real. Okay. And the Ace of Coins, it's not exciting. It's usually pretty drab, and it does still require nurturing. But right now, the best way to nurture it is to just kind of accept it. Accept it, do what you need to do with it. You don't want to push against it. You just want to let it come in easily. Now, with the Queen of Wands, I see kind of a more rambunctious nature with her. And I'm happy she came out at the end, because it tells me that by the end of September, as we are in Libra season at that time, approaching the next eclipse, which is the solar eclipse on October 2nd. It's a much more powerful eclipse happening in Libra. It tells me that energy is really going to stir a lot up for you. And as we approach the end of September, getting closer and closer to that much bigger eclipse, then we are going to feel more active, and we're going to be coming out of the Hanged Man place and come more into a more hands-on, active involvement kind of place. So this is really temporary, okay? You're not going to be hung up like this forever with that Hanged Man. It's just, and you'll know when the time is right. You'll know when that shift happens. Likely the shift is going to happen when that Ace of Coins comes in. Now, that Ace of Coins may come in around the time of the eclipse on the 17th in Pisces, okay? Now, when that comes in, I do also really want to make sure that you take your time with the ace and make sure that it is truly aligned with your Two of Wands vision, to make sure that it does make sense, to make sure that it is something that, that fits and feels right. And once you've made that discernment that, yes, this fits and it does feel right, then you're going to say, okay, now I'm really ready to come down out of this Hanged Man place, and I'm ready to start being really proactive about stuff. Okay, really proactive about getting this Ace of Coins to grow so that 10 of Coins can be actualized. The Queen of Wands is feisty. She's got a bulldog type of personality. She's really focused. She's really intense. She does have kind of an obsessive type of quality to it as well. And it's like she will not let go until that goal is attained. She's also really impatient. See, this impatience here is not really in character for the season, or this patience, this required patience is not in character with the season, with Virgo, okay? But it kind of feels like a little bit of a late bloom for Sagittarius, where when you hit Libra, then you start to get a little bit more feisty with stuff. You're going to really push everything along, and you're going to stand more firmly and fight a little bit more aggressively, where the fight, quote unquote, up here is more hands off. It's more in the metaphysical realm. But I am getting the impression that the month ends, generally speaking, the month will go well for you. Now, there are possibilities of things from the past surfacing. So you might have to really contend with old people, old scenarios, or maybe new scenarios that are reminiscent of old ones. And you're going to have to navigate those with the best of your ability. And again, I think the best way to navigate those is, again, not by trying to dive in, but rather to kind of keep yourself on the periphery, to stay observant, to stay in that witness quality within you, and let things play out without you getting involved. I don't see Sagittarius getting involved in a lot of things. I see you fulfilling your obligations, but I don't see you getting involved in anything dramatic or anything like that. Okay? I see you staying out of it as much as you possibly can. All right. Let's go ahead and pull out the clarifier. So I'm going to pull out a whole bunch of new cards. We're going to talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about these cards in the comprehensive reading. So if you want to join, you are absolutely more than welcome. The link for that is found in the description box and the comment thread down below. So let's see what comes through. We have the Six of Cups. We have the Four of Wands. And the Knight of Coins. Yeah. Oh, those cards really want to come out. Yeah, Seven of Cups. And the Eight of Coins. I just see you minding your own business. Another Ace of Coins. Queen of Swords. Beautiful. Love that. Knight of Wands. Oh, Two of Coins on top of a Two of Coins. So a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to pull out 4 cards for this since we got a repeat. Doesn't really count. So another ace. We got a star card. Beautiful. The World. So much composure. So much like maintaining your dignity here. Beautiful. Loving the Two of Wands. Justice. Excellent. Three of Wands. 10 of Cups. Really liking that Ace of Coins. Ace of Swords. Beautiful. Wishes coming true. Victory and success. And another 10 of Coins. All right. Beautiful reading, Sagittarius. So this is where we're going to pick up if you want to join me. All right. So the link for that will be found in the description box and the comment thread down below. Thank you so much. Have a great month.